So my name is Asya, and I'm responsible for accelerating product growth at Wise. Wise was founded as TransferWise with a mission to make international money movement instant and affordable. Since then, we became a unicorn. We now offer all the set of international account services all over the world. Now we operate in more than 160 countries and support more than 40 currencies, which is huge. And the important bit to understand here is that our product offering is different by regions, depending on compliance, regulations, licensing. And when you work at this huge scale, it's very important to invest into customer feedback loops to be successful. So for us at Wise, we always put customers first. And before we actually invest into collecting customer feedback, we try to ensure very solid internal feedback loops to make sure that everything that we do and release to our customers is already up to their needs and quality. And to do that, we have two pillars. First one is how we structure our product teams, and the second one is how we hire. So in terms of the product teams, we're divided into global and regional ones. So for example, I'm the part of the global team. So global teams are responsible how product or any feature looks globally. But we work with the regional teams to make sure that we have a required infrastructure, regulations, licenses to deliver it to the market. But most importantly, regional teams, they're representative of the customers in this region. So when I create a feature, I already can incorporate a feedback from customers to make sure that the feature is scalable globally. It works in all the markets, but at the same time, it's tailored for specific regional needs. And another bit, which I, to be honest, think is one of the most important ones, we hire very internationally, meaning that in Wise, we have people from all over the world. For example, my team is 15 people, and we literally all from different countries, speaking different languages, apart from English, of course. So every time my team is working on something, we are already able to understand the market needs. We are already able to test certain things for different markets just to use my own team members to ensure the quality, which really helps and speeds things up. And all this approach is really important for you to always stay in contact with customers without actually going and reading customer feedback, because you always have people around you who are able to explain what is happening in different regions. But then, of course, we invest a lot into collecting and structuring customer feedback. We work a lot with NPS, customer tickets, doing interviews, doing research. And there is, again, two very important pillars there for us. We try to quantify everything and we look at data. I think Harsh mentioned the same. For example, I never look at the data overall globally. I always look at it by region, because the growth overall doesn't mean that all the region performing the same. So literally all the metrics that we have are divided regionally. All the customer feedback is quantifiable and divided regionally. And then we have tools that helping us to structure and consume feedback from all over the world very easily. For example, all the customer tickets or NPS comments automatically translated to English. So to put this into the perspective, for example, as a part of the growth initiative, we launched giving certain customers the first free transfer with Wise for free. And then I saw that our NPS comments were a bit down in Brazil. I went there by myself, not speaking Portuguese. I very quickly were able to structure the comments, read through them, and I very quickly understood that there are certain things with discounts. Then I went to a regional team, and together we were able to understand what is going wrong and how the solution should look like. All that took me 2 hours to investigate and solve the issue. And I think before that it would took us like weeks to hire a team to find someone who speaks Portuguese to launch a customer research. But now with the tools and data, I'm able to notice this and fix this in 2 hours, speaking English sitting in London for Brazil market, which is of course amazing. So to sum this up, I think working with customer feedback, it's a lot about prioritization because you're dying in a lot of information and a lot of noise, and it's very important to structure it and prioritize. So everything what we do, we evaluate impact and effort all the time. But I will let Shazad to talk more about it because we are product managers. We can talk about prioritization for hours. I need to be mindful about time here. But I think how WISE structures feedback is really helpful for us to always be in contact with the customers and understand what is happening in all the markets. And I think it's what we do is one of the best practices out there. But at the same time, it's still a challenge, and there is a huge room for improvement. For example, in the past few years, we almost doubled in size. And even though I have all these tools and I have regional teams to help me, I still need to work and launch a feature globally. But at the same time, I need to be mindful that there is a new license in Philippines and our growth strategy is changing there, or there is a regulation change in India and we need to remove discounts. So that's a lot. And I think we all can really improve in the way how we structure information to make it more consumable by PMs or like just cross-functional teams. Yeah, that's it. Back to you, Adam.